Good morning class. 8 chapter number 13, chemical effect of electric current. Student, we have discussed in last lecture electrolysis, and we have discussed the requirement of the electrolysis. So you can see the diagram. So we need for the electrolysis electrolytic cell, electrolyte, electrodes, battery and ions. So student, you can see there are the two electrodes. You can see this is the electrodes, anode and cathode, and next is the electrolyte. What do you mean by the electrolyte? The substance that conduct electricity in their solution or molten state. The substance that conduct electricity. For example, metal salt. They conduct electricity in their solution or molten state and undergo a chemical change during the process are known as electrolyte. Student, metal salt conduct electricity only in molten state, not in dry state. We have discussed earlier. And we need the electrodes. So student, these are the two terminal. You can see two terminal dipped into the solution. And what is the solution? Electrolyte. Electrolyte is a solution through which the current passes. So these are the two terminal dipped into the solution. They make the electrical contact between the solution and the external circuit. Student, this electrode connected to the positive terminal. You can see the diagram also. Okay. So the electrode connected to the positive terminal of the battery is called anode, positive terminal, and the one connected to the negative terminal of the battery is called cathode, negative electrode. Now you can see there is a battery also, power supply. The battery provide the current supply. Electrodes are connected to the battery. You can see electrodes are connected to the battery, these two electrodes. And we have discussed also the ion, a group of the atom with positive charge and negative charge. What are the ions? Ions are the group of the atom with positive charge or negative charge. When the current is passed, ion in the electrolyte moves towards the electrode. Ions present in the electrolyte, what will happen during the when current pass? So ions in the electrolyte moves towards the electrode. Positive charge, if this positive charge moves where? Move towards to the cathode, positive, and negative charge move towards the positive. Okay, understand what I am saying? So when the current is passed, ion in the electrolyte move towards the electrode, opposite, they move opposite charge. In ions, the positive charge moves toward the cathode and the negative move towards the positive. They move opposite. Positive charge move towards negative and negative towards positive. Okay. So I hope you understand. Now student, we will discuss the electrolysis of water. Student, we know that water is made up of the hydrogen and oxygen. You can see water is made up of the hydrogen and oxygen in the ratio of the 2:1. 2:1. This is the 2 ratio. This is the hydrogen 2 ratio, and this is the 1 ratio. Ratio 1. So the water is made up of the hydrogen, 2 atom of the hydrogen and 1 atom of the oxygen combined in the ratio of the 2:1. So student, let us start activity. You can see this is the diagram also. You can see. So student, there is a battery also. There is a carbon and electrode also, anode and cathode. So to conduct electrolysis of water, so we need 2 carbon rod. You can see this diagram also, and you can see this diagram. Okay, so 2 carbon rod. These are the carbon rod. These are the carbon rod. Take them from the discarded cell or any other. Okay, now beaker, glass beaker, take some salt, battery and 2 electrical wire. You can say this. So now what will happen? Remove the jacket from the wire. Using a blade you can use the wire, and wrap the wire around the metal cap of the carbon rods and join them to a battery. First take a wire and join with the carbon rod, and then attach with the join with the battery. You can say this. And now what will we do? Take a glass beaker and fill with water, 2/3 water, and add some teaspoon full to salt, and take some salt in the solution. So now immerse the electrodes in the solution and make sure that metal cap of the carbon rod are outside. Note these metal cap are not dipped in the electrolyte. So student, make sure that metal cap of the carbon rods are outside in the water. Now wait for 3-4 minutes. You can see after some time some bubbles you have seen after some time at the both cathode and anode. When pass the electricity through the battery, what will happen? This water decompose into the hydrogen ion and oxygen ion. And you know, bubble after some time you will see the small bubbles forming of both cathode and anode. And you know, bubbles are formed due to the evolution of the gases. What are the gases? Water is decomposed, water is electrolyzed, so hydrogen and oxygen gases produce. So a student, upon passing electric current, water get electrolyzed and releasing hydrogen gas and oxygen gas. And hydrogen is a positive. You know, hydrogen has a positive ion, so they move towards the cathode. They move towards the cathode, hydrogen gas, and oxygen gas move towards the anode, because cathode for the negative ions and anode for the positive. But ions in the electrolyte, ions of the electrolyte, a group of the atom that contains positive and negative charge. So these ions moves opposite to the charges. Okay, so this is the electrolysis of water. So student, electrolyte dissociate to form negatively charged anion and positively charged cation. Okay, and the ion conduct electricity through the electrolyte, and cation are attracted towards the negative electrodes, and cathode are they take excessive electron and neutralize themselves. Okay, and anion are attracted to the positive electrode, and they give the excessive electron to the anode and neutralize themselves. So you can see the salt and gases are liberated at these electrodes but you are in 8th class, so you will learn also this electrolyte, and you use only some salt in this activity. So when the electricity pass, the hydrogen gas, the evolution of the gases, hydrogen and oxygen, hydrogen moves towards the cathode, hydrogen ions, and oxygen ion moves towards the anodes. You can see the bubbles also. Bubbles are formed due to the evolution of the gases. Okay, and student, now what are the application of the electrolysis? Student, here the some uses of the electrolysis. Electrolysis are used in the industry to produce a lot of the useful material from the natural available, and it is used in the process of the electroplating also, that is coating a thin layer of the metal on the another metal. It is used in the electroplating. That is, what do you mean by the electroplating? The coating a thin layer of metal on the another metal. And the electrolysis is also used in the purification of the impure metal. This is the very important application of the electrolysis. What is the application? Important application. Electrolysis is also used in the purification of impure metal. So the purification of the impure metal is known as the electrorefining. In next lecture we will discuss the both process, what is the electroplating and what is the process of the electrorefining. There are the many uses of the electrolysis, and it is also in the sodium metal manufacture. So sodium metal is manufactured by the electrolysis of the molten sodium chloride. They are the ionic compound. Sodium chloride is an ionic compound. They have the large force of attraction. Okay, so in next lecture we will discuss the next topic, electroplating or electrorefining. Okay students, take care. Bye.